We can't see you.
Well, if I turn it off. Good morning, guys.
Said we can't see you. Don't break that.
Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. I'm trying to get some light in here this morning because it is so dark. Rosie, you think I need you want to say good morning, Rosie?
Good morning.
Rosie, good morning, everybody. My name is Yamitra JoJo Water, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? I hope you guys are so ready. Good morning, Minister Valerie. How are you? Are ready to get this day started? I hope everybody. Good morning, Miss Kimberly. Is ready. Was safe during the storm. If it impacted you, if you're in the Florida, if you're in the North Carolina area, please take these storms seriously. Okay, so that we can no, I was trying to.
It'll pop up.
I know that, Rosemont. Thank you very much. Rosie trying to tell me how to work it when I already know how to work it.
Because you're aggravating me.
I'm doing good, Minister Valerie. And Miss Margaret, Rosie, I told Rosie what you said about waking up. She was like, how does she know I'm asleep? I said, because you're always sleeping in the car.
I'm not always.
You want to come over here and say that? Yes, you are. But she woke up.
I'm not always sleeping. I'm awake this morning.
This morning, she is awake. So, that's how it is. With the Slim Jim. Lynn, maybe that'll do it this time. I keep pressing the add button. So we can get this morning started. She is coming in, Miss Kimberly. You know, Lynn was without power this morning, but she now has power. We're just trying to keep it on time so Facebook does not cut us off. And Lynn, I keep clicking the add button. It says adding you, but I don't see you popping up. So she should be on in just a second. Are you guys ready for the weekend? I know I am. I will be home this weekend. It is my 25th high school reunion. I cannot believe I've been out of high school for 20 years, 25 years. Wow, that's insane. So, yeah, I'll be home this weekend. And if anybody is in the North Carolina area, I will be home every weekend this month. I will be at St. John AME Zion Church the last Saturday of this month. I will be there at 4 p.m. And I will be at Bishop Eddie Johnson's church next Saturday at 2 p.m. No, his is at 4 and the other one is at 2. Yeah, I will be there. So I'll be home every weekend, guys. So if you're in Forest City, Rutherford, Spindale, come see me. Of course, if you're from my town, you know it's all in one big city. It's all one big thing. Rosie, you have a you have a quote for the day as we're waiting for Lynn to come in. It won't let me add her.
I don't have a quote. Do you remember what I said today?
Let me see if we could add Miss Lynn. There she is.
Finally, y'all.
Ta-da!
Yes, good morning, good morning. We had a little bit, nothing compared to what anybody else has been dealing with the hurricane. I think somebody actually ran off the road and hit a pole and it knocked out the electricity for a minute. That's what I think happened because the wind and the rain wasn't that bad for us, even though we had a couple of trees down in Southwest Atlanta that blocked some roads and things this morning that knocked some power out. But other than that, we all good over here in the neighborhood. Plus the rain is passing us by. So that's all good. And yes, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to share this broadcast out where we are having these true confessions and conversations about everyday life and finances. So I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yeah, I said it, America's #1. You will too. I have a quick question that I did want to respond to. I actually received 3 questions, but I'm only going to do one today. I'll do the second one on Friday, and then I'll take the next one on Monday. All right? so that we don't overgo on our time. Good morning to good morning to everyone. I'm sure you meant good morning, Charlene, and not goof morning. And the only reason I said goof is because my baby had the audacity to put it on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Tried to put it on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse early this morning, and the TV went out right when Goofy was doing something. So that's why I just, yeah. Okay. Anyway, I digress. So the question that I received this morning, the financial question I received this morning was the fact that credit unions, everywhere you go, you turn on the TV, there you hear about umbrella loans, right? You hear about umbrella loans, or another term for it is a consolidation loan. And essentially what it is, it seems like it's simple. You take all the bills that you owe, or a lot of small bills that you owe, and you put them under one loan. You put them under one umbrella, or you consolidate all of the loans into one place. And essentially, it sounds like a good idea. However, I want to give you some pros and some cons to be able to doing that, okay? It's much like student loans, which are student loans. You know, you have the opportunity to consolidate your student loans, but what a lot of people don't recognize when they consolidate those student loans, yeah, you've reduced your payment, but you've also extended the period of time that you're paying that back and the interest that you're paying back. The same thing happens with an umbrella loan. So for some people, this is a great option, but let me give you some pros and cons. What do you need to be wary of as you're looking into this as an option? Because I know oftentimes people need relief, right? And consolidating things together can give you a relief, can give you some cushion, can allow you to improve your cash flow, if you will. However, when you put all of those debts from different sources into this one payment, you're just taking all of those small debts and you turn it into a large, one larger debt. All right. So when looking at this, because your repayment is smaller, so that means that if it was, you know, you pay what this item, this loan at the 1st, this loan at the 5th, this other credit card at the 10th, and another credit card at the 15th, it brings everything into one single payment. So you can pay all of those items under this umbrella loan in one payment. But because the payment is smaller, please know that because the payment is smaller, you will be paying for those same items over a longer period of time. And what does that mean? If there's a longer period of time that you're paying for those same items, that essentially means you are paying more interest. So the number one thing that I would recommend that you do before you make the decision, first of all, you know your individual situation better than anyone else. If it's going to relieve you from overwhelm and from stress, and it's going to allow you to sleep at night, by all means, go ahead and do the umbrella loan. However, the reason that I say that there's a caveat or that you should be wary is the fact that oftentimes when we get that little bit of cushion, right, sometimes you won't change your spending habits or those behaviors that you put in place. So now you have this one smaller loan, this one larger loan, because everything has been lumped together. But then when you free up that cash, you free up that extra money, you'll tend to go and create more debt. So what I highly suggest or recommend that you do is when you go through this process and you're very much aware of what it is that you want to do, you say okay, I am going to do this. I am going to definitely consolidate, right, these loans under here, but I am going to make it a financial priority that I do not create additional debt. All right. And that's another thing that we definitely need to train ourselves, train our children. When they come in and they say, well, mommy, I want X, Y, Z. Say, nope, don't say, I cannot afford it. Do not say, we don't have the money to pay for that right now. You know what you need to be saying and teaching your children to also say, this is not a financial priority for us right now. So identify what your financial priorities are for you. Teach that to your children as well. And when you do have the option or the opportunity to take these things on, these umbrella loans or these loan consolidations, so that you can create some breathing room in your week to week or month to month, however you get paid, in the paycheck that you have available to you. Yes, it will help you to improve your cash flow, but you have to be mindful of the fact that if you are taking this on, you have to change some things around so that you do not fall back into that same financial situation. I hope that was helpful for answering the question under this umbrella loan, the consolidation loan. If there are any follow-up comments or concerns, please post those in the comment section. If there's anything that you also would like for me to address, please either share those with me via Messenger. Some of you have my personal phone numbers. You can go ahead and text those to me because you do. And any other way that you can get in contact with me. You can also contact me on my Facebook page. Financial Solutions is by Demons Enterprise, where we provide information on everything from saving to budgeting to investing. You name it, the entire gambit, because we're financial literacy advocates over here, helping you to make your money, keep your money, and grow your money. That part, that's what's important. All right, guys, thank you so much. That's it for the financial part of the confession and conversation this morning. Tune in tomorrow where we can get some additional questions answered that you've sent in, but I'll be happy to take any comments or concerns that you have at this time as well. If we don't get any, we're going to go ahead over to our one and only Live Past Crazy specialist. All right?
I'm sorry, guy. I'm trying to figure out the light. Is it light enough for me to turn off the overhead so that I don't have all of these beaming lights on me? Thank you, Rosie, because it's still so dark over here. All right, guys, please, if you have any, Kimberly, I know Kimberly had a question. Kim, did she answer your question? Because Kim was like, I hope she comes on because I have a financial question for today. Make sure you send that to her, Kimberly, so that we can, so that Lynn can answer that for you. Good morning, everybody that has joined. So the fearless thought for today is, are you ready for you? Did you like that, Rosie? Are you ready for you? And does the
I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
Yeah. Was that burning in your soul to say that, Lynn?
Yes. You just made me go. You made me go there with that title.
That's all right. So the question, guys, is: are you ready?
I hear you, Rosie. I hear you.
Yeah, that's Rosie over there singing. She can sing far better than her mama, though. Can't you, Rosie?
Yeah.
Boy, she confident in that, isn't she? She was like, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's all right. So, guys, what I mean by "are you ready for you"? Sometimes I think a lot of people, we are afraid of change because we are afraid of who we will be and who we will become. Meaning, she said, please go. Oh, you like, I do not like that song. You like it, Charlene? A lot of people are afraid of the greatness that is inside of them and the things that they know they can become, simply because if they step into who they really are and step into who they really are going to be, the demands are going to be different than the demands that they have right now. Because being mediocre and being less than and being lack, people can do that all day long. They have no problem doing that. And some people kind of like that lifestyle because nobody demands anything of them. Nobody's asking them anything. They can just do the bare minimum. They just going to pay their bills, take care of their kids, and just, right under the radar. But
even kill.
Even kill, and that's it. But think about this. What are you afraid of by being great? And I think here's some words that when we become adults that we think are bad words. I want to be great. I want to be a leader. I'm a genius. I'm smart. As we get older, we think those words are bad. Why are
No.
you looking at me like that?
No reason.
Okay. Rosie looking at me like I'm crazy. But when you get older, you think those words are bad. But when you're a kid, your parents tell it to you, you tell it to everybody else. I know as a kid, you couldn't tell me. I told everybody I met I was smart. Everybody I met.
You gotta know.
I didn't even give you a chance to even think anything else. I said, hey, my name is JoJo. I'm really smart. Like I was just arrogant times 10,000 I really was.
I
When
can see like
that's-
a short, skinny 7-year-old you being like, "Hi, I'm JoJo. I'm smart."
No, that's why she got into all those fights on the school bus and had
Yes,
to chase somebody down with a brick.
girl, let me tell you, because homeboy touched my books, and you know you don't be touching my books. No, we don't play. That's what we not fixing to do, is play with my books. That's what we not fixing to do.
Okay.
Don't touch my books. And isn't that the rule in the house, Rosie? Isn't it crazy? What's the rule in the house with the books now, Rosie? Come
Okay,
over here and tell them. Hurry up.
I can't.
Oh, here you go.
The rule is like if we get a magazine or like a new book, you can't read it until she reads
You
it.
can't even touch.
You can't touch it. You can't open it. Don't look at the cover page. Don't think about looking at it.
Because who has to touch? And does it matter how long it's been sitting there?
It can sit there for 2 months. You're not allowed to open that magazine.
Or the book.
Wow,
Or the,
Jojo,
or the
wow.
newspaper.
Newspapers.
I have to read it first.
Wow.
Don't play with
Wow.
I know I'm guilty. Hey, I'll take that. Ma'am, you got to stop. That car's going to hit you. So I'm not ashamed to say I love my books. But think about it, as a kid, you were very arrogant about who you were, what you were going to accomplish, and what you were going to do. At what point in life did you stop using those words to describe yourself? And I think it's a lot of times is because we allowed other people to kind of beat it out of us or deter us from saying it or doing it.
Right.
And so then you become more afraid of who you really are, because you know you could be really great. You know you're a great cook for everybody. Love you, be peaceful.
Like me,
You know,
that's a great example. Thanks
Yeah.
for using me. Thanks.
Did you hear this girl? I said you could be a great cook. She was like, yeah, that would be me. Thank you for using me for a good example. Thank you, Kimberly. I'm not going to reread a newspaper. I'm not. If
I'm
I'm in
sorry, y'all. This is the 21st century. Why you still have paper newspapers?
because I love a paper newspaper.
Paper newspaper.
Lynn, you got to fill the paper. I can't read it online. Hand me that. I can't. I gotta have the newspaper. I gotta open it up and
Just
fold
saying.
it over and read it piece
Just
by
saying.
piece.
It takes up too much space. Go read it online.
No,
All right. That's all I'm saying.
no to the man. If I find something really good, I might clip it out and make somebody else read it.
Ooh,
I know
you
I'm
can
an
forward
old woman
your
to my.
email.
I'm an old woman to my soul. All right. So thank you, Kimberly. So guys, think about, why are you afraid of who you really are? And why are you afraid to be great again? Because once you were great, you were beyond amazing as a kid. Even up through high school, you had great ambitions. You had great everything. And then when you became an adult, you stopped thinking of yourself in that way. Why are you afraid of who you really are? You could be a great teacher. You could be a great leader, but because somebody has said something to you that has stuck with you, then that's what you hold on to. Why is that? So on this Thankful Thursday, I want you guys to think about that. If you could let go of any of your, what's the word I want to use? Prohibitions or anything that holds you back, what would you be and what would you do? Just think about that, because you can be great. And here's the thing, we were put here on the earth to be great. So why are we not stepping into our greatness? Is it because we forget that we're great sometimes? And I think that's the thing too, because here's the thing. Some of us have survived some crazy things. You might have been a teenage mother. You might have married early. You might have dropped out of school. Whatever your circumstances are, you have overcome that and now are at a different place than where you started. That alone is greatness. That's great from where you were to where you are now. So why not continue on that same cycle to continue to be great? Why stop? Why be less than? Why be mediocre when Again, if we call ourselves to be Christians and lovers of God, he said he made us just a little bit lower than angels, and he gave us dominion over the whole world. And dominion means you rule over. So why
Right.
are you acting like you less than? That's a question you need to ask yourself. I'm just saying, if we were made in his image, correct, Miss Minister Valerie, and that could be the very thing. But you got to find somebody that you can look up to, or find something. I'm a fan of motivational videos. I'm a fan of self-help books. I'm a fan of whatever it is going to take to make you feel better, to get past whatever the crazy is in your life. If that's me, if that's Lynn, if that's Minister Valerie, Miss Margaret, whoever it may be that you listen to or follow or think about, then do that. Because all it takes is one spark to be like, you know
Right.
what, I think I can. And then if you hold on to that, you can make the change, because your thoughts become your actions. What you think about is what you produce. Your life now is a product of what you thought last week, last month, last year. You're living your reality of your thoughts. So, and think about that for your kids. What are you teaching your children if you have children in the house? Are you teaching them to be less than, or are you teaching them to be greater than? So, my girls have a dream folder, and you could write anything they want in that dream folder, and they go over it every year. They do their vision boards every year as a family, and we don't just do them and then, some people stick them in the corner. They're right in your line of vision. When you wake up in the morning,
Yep.
you look at it, it's the last thing you see before you go to sleep. And if that ain't working, don't worry, the bathroom mirror is covered in motivational quotes and something to remind you of where you need to be. And if you didn't go to the bathroom, don't worry, the office walls are covered. If you didn't happen to walk through the office, I got the refrigerator covered and the living room. So I got you covered on all fronts, boo. You gonna be great. You gonna be ready. What you gonna say, Leah?
Yeah, just please know it is in a neatly and organized fashion, because if you sit there and listen to it, you'd be like, man, she must have sticky notes all over the house. Kind of like being Mary Jane, got the sticky notes all over the windows, all over the mirrors.
Yeah, they
Yeah, but
are. At least
it's
they
in
outline the mirror.
right?
They outline the mirror, but yes, they are nice and neat and in order. But guys, remember, you are great. Why are you afraid of being you? And who would you be if just for one day you would let go of all the things that you allow to hold you back?
Right.
Because it is sometimes self-doubt, self-fear, or, and our self-thoughts, who am I? And I can't do this. Because let me tell you, when I wrote my first book, I was like, Lord, first of all, my family want to know why you putting all your business in the street,
In the book.
in
Right.
the book. Why are you putting all your vivid details in the book? Are you not embarrassed? But then I realized if I didn't say something, because if I didn't say something, somebody else was going to die. Some woman was going to think her situation was so horrible and nobody understood, and she was going to die because she didn't think anybody understood. So that's why I had to write book 1 and book 2. It wasn't easy, and every second, every step of it, I was thinking, who am I to be writing this? I'm just JoJo, the girl that fight people on the bus over books. I'm just saying, who am I to be writing this? But guys, when you step back for a minute and allow yourself to just be great at who you are, I promise you, you're going to get a different feeling about yourself. Sometimes we feel down about ourselves. Like you wake up and you be like, oh, Lord, my hair look this way. I don't like my eyes, this, and this. And you don't put yourself down before your day is even started.
Boy,
So think about that, guys. Are you ready for you? Are you ready for you? Why are you scared? Go ahead and sing the line, Lynn.
oh, it was killing me. It was killing me. I was like, I don't think you're ready. It was killing me. Yes.
I knew it was oozing out of her ears to sing.
It was.
All right,
I'm
guys.
glad you can read that.
I saw that. So today's Thankful Thursday thought, are you ready for you? What are you afraid of? Why are you scared of you? I'm scared of spiders. I will be the first to admit. I'm petrified. I will wreck a car over a spider. Please understand. But why are you afraid of yourself? I think some of us are not ready for us, or we just assume it's a bad thing to want to be great and do something different when it's truly what you were put on this earth for. Just think, and Lynn is the science person, out of all the eggs in the whole millions and trillions, you were the one that was developed and brought here to the world to make a difference. So who are you to tell God that out of all the people he picked the wrong one when he picked you to tell you what to do in the world? So you gonna tell Jesus he was wrong? Well, I want to see how
Wow.
that's gonna work out for you, because
It won't. Let me
I'm
tell
just
you. Spoiler alert. It won't.
I'm just saying, how you gonna be in the line and be like, Lord, well, see, what I had thought was, and what had happened was, and I don't think you, out of millions of people, he picked JoJo and said, JoJo, this is what I want you to go do. He didn't ask Lynn to go do it, and he didn't ask me to talk about finances. He told Lynn to do that. So why are you not using your greatness? Why are you afraid of being who you are? Are you ready for you? Don't be ashamed of yourself. Pick some new words to describe yourself today. Pick positive, pick inspirational, pick whatever word you want, but add a new word to yourself today. That's right, Charlene. It will not work. All right, guys. I think we're right at our limit before Facebook cuts us off. We usually make it to like 7:45, 7:48. So I'm trying to cut it in. Thank you so much for joining. Please make sure you share the show. Share it with a friend, a foe, a co-worker, a minister, your best friend, your boo, your side piece, your mystery man, whatever, whatever you want to do. Just
All the
share.
adjectives out there, just share. Sharing is
Just share.
caring, okay?
Sharing is caring, y'all, because now that you know you're charged with sharing it with somebody else.
Okay, Charlotte.